let the stormy clouds chase everyone from the place. Come on with the rain, I've a smile on my face. I'll walk down the lane with a happy refrain, just singing, singing in the rain.
In a moment, you will see my other side. When I'm confronted, my demeanor turns from Jekyll into Hyde. Endless, love gun free tonight. No pale deception anymore. Young, wild.
Step outside, summertime's in bloom. Stand up beside the fireplace. Take that look from off your face. You ain't ever gonna burn my heart out. And so Sally can wait. She knows it's too late as we're walking on by. Her soul slides away, but don't look back in anger. I heard you say unneeded warnings. I thought of everything. No navigator to find my way home. Unladen, empty, and turned to stone. A sole intention, it's learning to fly. Condition grounded, but determined to try. Can't keep my eyes from the circling skies. Tongue-tied and twisted, just an earthbound misfit.
When we talk about forever, then forever's what we mean. So I'm not worried about us, and I've never been. No matter what may come our way, we will never break. We will never break. Build on a foundation stronger than the pain. We will never break. As the water rises and the mountains shake, our love will remain. We will never, no, no, never.
pleased to meet you. Hope you guess my name. Oh yeah, I was puzzling you with the nature of my game. Oh yeah, I watch with glee while your kings and queens fought for 10 decades for the gods they made. I shouted out, who killed the Kennedys? When after all, it was you and me. Let me please introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. I lay traps for troubadours who get killed before they reach Bombay.
I honor all the prophets, burn that boogie sound, degenerate the faithful with that crazy Casbah sound. But the better when they brought out the electric cattle drum, the local guitar picking out his guitar picking drum. As soon as the sheriff cleared the square, they began to wave.
What do I do when my love is away?
Does it worry you to be alone?
How do I feel by the end of the day?
Are you sad because you're on your own?
I get by with a little help from my friends. Yeah, I get high with a little help from my friends. Oh, I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends.
Do you need anybody?
I need somebody to love.
Could it be anybody?
I want somebody to love.
Would you believe in a love at first sight? Yeah, I'm certain that it happens all the time.